Hi, guys. I am so happy to be with you guys today. Just super excited about all the changes that's happening. Missed you guys so very much. But I wanted to continue to share with you. I know I've been sharing for a few weeks and I've missed out a few of them. So just wanted to connect with you guys again. Just absolutely happy to be with you guys today. I just wanted to share a little bit about something that's been on my mind. And I know a lot of people are anxious right now, and fear is just like literally in the air. But why is it that we are fearful? And I am a believer in that if we understand why certain things are happening, that it will be a lot easier for us to navigate through them. Not necessarily that they'll go away, but our response would be different. So, why is it that we are feeling fear and anxiety in this time? The main reason is because the change that's happening is out of our control. So here are these all uncontrollable changes that's going on around us. Some of us have lost our jobs. Some of us have kids at home. Some of us have loved ones that's going through this virus epidemic. And all of this just kind of just fell on our lap. I don't know if this is universal, but in Jamaica, we say that someone threw a monkey wrench in our plan, this comfortable place that we were at. And now we're in the position where we don't know what the outcome is and we don't know what to expect. And then fear and anxiety set in. When I started working on this plan, this was all new to me. And I'm posting the information for the plan in the bottom. I'm not going to talk too much about it today, just in case you guys want to take a look at it. But when I started working on the plan that I've been talking to you guys about, and it was a new arena for me. Wasn't sure how everything was going to play out. But that, for me, that change was controlled. I could determine how I was going to do it. I could determine how long it was going to take. I could determine, how to navigate through the things that I didn't know. But this, for us, what's happening with coronavirus is new for everyone. And everyone is kind of thrown in there. And believe it or not, our leaders are thrown in there as well. And they have to figure out how to navigate this. But I wanted to share something with you guys that happened with me about a couple of years ago. And it taught me a very valuable lesson that I want to share with you. I have 3 kids, for those of you guys who don't know. And my middle child was adjusting to going to public school. He had gone to a private school to do his pre-K, and now he was going to public school. It took him about 2 years for him to adjust. Now, my son he's very smart. He's a very smart kid. We got him tested and he was in the STEM program. And that was the one program in the school for each grade. So he was in the most challenging program he could be in his grade at the time. My smart son somehow couldn't handle the change. And because of that, he started getting into trouble. He would do things to get noticed for whatever reason. And the adjustment was just really difficult for him, transferring from a private school into a public school setting. And because of that, I had to go to a whole lot of parent-teachers meetings. And it got to the point where I came up with a plan to try to help him. So I would promise him, if you come home every day with 2 smiley faces in your book, then on day 3, I will come and have lunch with you. And I would give him little incentives. My son is very energetic. So it was kind of hard for him to sit still in class. But irregardless, he would really try. 2 days would go by and he would do good, and then I would go have lunch with him, and everything is going fine. And this would happen for about a week. And then he would get in trouble again. I was like, oh my goodness, this just got really frustrating. try to do other incentives in addition to that. I even dropped it to one day. Just come on one day that mommy doesn't have to even worry about this. And tomorrow I have lunch with you. And he loved those one-on-one times that he had with me. So it got so bad that I had to ask daddy to come in. And for a lot of you guys who have a 2-parent home, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. When daddy comes in, mommy is like at her limit. This is like, I am done. I do not want to deal with this anymore. I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything and this is my last resort. So daddy stepped in and he developed his own system, adding to the system that I had. Now, every morning before my son went to school, daddy would talk to him. He would let him know, look, you can do this. I know this is hard. And he would give him his pep talk and a little threat in there, you know, don't come home with anything, that kind of a thing. And then I would put my incentive in. 2 days, honey, and I'll be at school with you. I even threw in my other 2 kids who set a goal for them. Okay, go ahead and work towards this and help your brother. If all of you achieve this in 30 days, then you guys will get this prize. And it was something that they wanted. It was a pet. So here's everybody in the house working towards this goal and working towards this plan with my son. And I remember the day the bottom fell out for me. It was one of those mornings, we going on with the plan. My son now is going to school. My husband gave him his pep talk before he went to school. I reminded him of his incentive of me coming and having lunch with him. My kids reminded him, oh, if we do this, don't forget we're gonna get a pet. So we're going through all of the motions. My son goes to school and 2 hours later, the teacher calls, he's in trouble again. I literally hit the roof. I was done. I was at my breaking point. I'd done everything I knew how to do. But the weird thing was, at that moment, I realized something. It wasn't so much the fact that my son was getting in trouble that got me. It was what it would lead to. I started thinking, if my son is in the most challenging program in the school, the teacher already told me, if he keeps getting in trouble, he's going to get kicked out of the program. If he gets kicked out of the program, and all of this stuff is now playing out in my mind. If he gets kicked out of the program, then he's going to end up in the regular classes where it's not as challenging. He's going to get bored because my son is, like I said, super active. He's going to get bored, which means that he's going to get in more trouble, which means that he's going to end up in the dean's office more than he needs to. And before you know it, my son is going to get kicked out of school. And after he gets kicked out of school, he's going to get in more trouble. He's going to get in a gang. And all of these things just started building up in my head. Just because my son was getting in trouble. Just because it was hard for him to adjust. And the reality of it is this. I started reading this book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And I realized this. As human beings, it is our nature. We're created like this. To be able to be creative. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. We get creative really fast in our head. Something happens and before you know it, we start deciding how it's going to work out. So we're creative beings by nature. Unfortunately, this creativity works against us too. So instead of us trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to handle this? When fear sets in, it takes our mind on, I call it this novel creative idea where we're creating from this one situation, we're literally plotting out exactly how it will go. And fear always takes us in the wrong way. After reading that book, I realized this. It wasn't the fact that my son was getting in trouble that got me. It was the fear of what was going to happen to him if he continued. That was really getting me upset. And I remember this book teaching me That no matter what happens, no matter what comes my way, the things around us right now, we cannot control. I couldn't control what was going on with my son. Everything was out of my control. And because it was out of my control, I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know how to make it work the way that I wanted it to work. But the one thing that I can control is my response. And this book taught me this, that even though I am fearful, no matter what comes, no matter what happens, I can handle it. I am here to encourage you today that no matter what happens after this, life for us may never return to normal. But whatever happens after this, you can handle it. This is not the first time we've been in a crisis. We've had many crises all our lives, from that loved one passing unexpectedly and us thinking, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna go on after this. This person was so precious to me. They meant so much to me. When you went to your job that day and your boss told you were fired for whatever reason, something you didn't plan for, you had to adjust. You had to make that adjustment. It can be as simple as driving down the road and someone cutting us off. Why do we respond the way we respond? Because of fear. Because it's something that we do not control. We cannot control what happens around us, but we can control our response. And I'm here to encourage you today to let you know that no matter what happens, no matter what is happening right now in your house, no matter what is happening right now on your job, you can handle it. You can handle it. You can handle the outcome. We were designed and created to handle change. If that was not true, we would all be newborn babies right now. We were created to handle change. If that was not true, we would not be a year older every year on our birthday. We were created to handle change. Just know that. It's already in you. You can handle this. I had to adjust. And this is kind of what I've been unplugged for the past week or so. I had to adjust to homeschooling my kids. That was an adjustment for me. It wasn't something that was planned. It wasn't something that I could control. And because of that, instead of doing a live stream for you guys today, now I have to record my messages because now my situation has changed. But a little adjustment can still work. You can handle this. You can handle this. If you need help, ask for it. Help, asking for help does not mean that you're weak. Asking for help means that you're doing everything you need to remain strong. Right now, we're all in this together. We all need the help from each other. And there are people who are waiting for you to just ask so that they can help you because they have the resources that's necessary, what you need. Guys, you be healthy. Stay healthy. Be safe. I know it's hard being indoors, but a lot of things that are happening, we need to keep into consideration that this is for our help. I know it's annoying not being able to go out and run around the way you want to. But for your health and safety, stay indoors. Keep your family and yourself healthy. And guys, I just pray God's divine blessing upon you as you go through this. And I pray that this encourage someone today to know that if you don't have anyone around you that can help you, God is always there. He's always there. You need help, ask him for help. And he will provide whatever it is that you need. He says, no one that calls upon me will I turn away. I'm sending you guys some love through video this morning from Angeline. Guys, we can get through this. We were created to change. Whatever happens, we can handle it.